Today we're working on finishing up the Odalita journal, where you have to hand in 3 Tungrad accessories. We got 2 rings from the dungeon, so we just need 1 more. And then we're going to go back to working on the Shuriken piece, since it's the last piece that we need for the full HP potion. Okay, hopefully this will just be an easy Tungrad and we can finish this up. So we're only 1 away. Okay, a black shard. That's our Tungrad earring, right? Because I think I already have a red shard. You, not red. I should have... Yeah, I do. Look at there. Okay. We'll actually be able to finish our... like, Odalita AP through the Tungrad school thing. We'll be 261. Huge. Pretty insane hour though. Lots of scrolls. Got like, what, 300 mil in trash? Pretty close to it. Not bad. And we got our black shards, so we can actually make that Tungrad earring and finish this Tungrad school adventure log and be 261. That'd be huge. Okay, let's finish this adventure log and get this 1 AP. There it is. All AP plus 1. We are now 261. Big bracket. It's an 18 AP bracket. Crazy. Okay, we're actually getting fairly close on pities, and by fairly close I mean just a little bit over halfway actually. So we have 33 Atanus and 18 of the Fangs, which is 51, so we're like basically barely over halfway. But this is the last piece that we need for the full HP potion. So I'm gonna do a little bit of Shuriken. So far we've done 4 total hours here. And I've gotten 2 pity pieces in that time, which is really like impressively bad, but it's got to turn around at some point, right? So let's get an hour in. Okay, a pity piece. We might be breaking the weird streak of 4 hours with 2 pities, or 5 hours with 2 pities, whatever it is. Another pity, okay. That's 2 in 20 minutes, which is up huge from our 2 in 5 hours. Another pity, okay. 3 so far this hour, really not bad. There's another hour down. That makes 6 at Shuriken now. We got 3 pities this hour, which is actually way better than ever before. I've done 3 weeks of weeklies here for 15. 1 came from the progression pass for 16, so in the 5 hours that we did before this, we only got 2 fangs, and then this hour alone we got 3. So best hour yet by a ton. And that leaves us at 54 combined total. So a bit over halfway now. Shouldn't be too much longer to finish the main HP potion. And then I'll start doing the weekly at Tashira. And I've already started gathering toward the gathering pity piece. The gathering one is actually going quite fast so far. I haven't spent very much time gathering, and we're already at 20 pities, so really fast that one. And then we'll do the weekly at Tashira after we get the Shuriken one, and should knock the potions out pretty quick. I just wanted to go over something really quick. You may notice that we haven't really been going for Narcs or Voltara or anything anymore, and there's a reason for that. My build in the beginning was very focused toward DR. I knew I wanted to build DR, it made the most sense, it's the most universal for the most classes, and it's the easiest way to get to 700 gear score, to be honest. However, I've always been pretty open to flexibility when it comes to the build path. I had something rough cut in the beginning and sort of refined it over time into something that I wanted to build. However, when we got the muskins from the Night Vendor, it really changed my view. I had thought for a minute about what if we get them to pen and C10 and then eventually go for a Taurus shoes when those come out and turn them into the DR version. But realistically, we need more than 700 gear score to be able to get the Ator shoes in the first place. And wearing the muskins with Biggs and the rest of my stuff being DR is really going to be impactful in a negative way as far as my tankiness is concerned. So I took the time to actually look into building out an evasion build. So I built out an evasion build in Garmoth, and I actually really like the look of it. For most of the challenges like this that I've ever seen, or like races to 700 gear score, or let's go to a different region and get geared as fast as we can, I've only ever seen it done with DR. Everyone builds DR with Narcs, some use Rhonoros rings and whatever they can get their hands on, basically. I've never seen a challenge series of any kind where people actually used evasion to build their gear. Now, evasion is actually really bad in the early game because you don't have enough evasion to be dodging attacks, as that's what makes you tanky. That's why DR in the beginning, even on an evasion class, is a better option, and one that I recommend until you're at least 700 gear score, but likely even past that. But I think in this case, since we got the muskins, and not having to spam Night Vendor would open us up to more of the game. I'd be able to start going for food buffs. I'd be able to start doing frenzy drafts. I'm now spending more time going for the gathering potion piece so that we can get that out of the way. It just opens up more of the game, and it's a build path I've never seen before. And I think it would fit fairly well with the Sork. It definitely has its downsides, in that we're going to be squishier than we would be if we built DR. And also some of the accessories that we have to go for are going to be much more difficult. But I think that the build would be a little bit more unique, which is something I'm very interested in. So I'll show the theoretical build on screen here. But again, we are very open to change and very flexible on this. As the challenge progresses, I want to be free to change anything that I decide to change as it comes along. Similar to the way with how we were going for DR with Narcs and a Voltara, and now all of that has totally changed. I've thought about the evasion path for around a week now, and it's time that I commit. So I'm going to commit to evasion. We're going to go distos. We'll probably have to do a Tungrad belt. I'm not really sure on that. We'll see how that goes later on. If you notice, I have to build more gear to reach 700 with an evasion build, and that's because of the distos. But Narcs in an evasion build also don't make sense. They feel pretty cheese toward just the gear score number and not something that an actual evasion player would build. Because if you're an evasion player, the DR that you get from Narcs doesn't really mean anything, because at that point you don't have enough DR for it to matter, and it's not helping you with evasion. And from the beginning, I wanted to take a build path that would be something that a conventional player would build, not just something that gets me to 700 gear score. 700 gear score is the goal, but how we get there matters to me. I don't want to cheese it. I want it to be a legitimate build. So this is the current direction that we're going to go in. Let me know what you think in the comments below. It is going to be a little bit harder, but I think it'll be a lot more fun. Oh my gosh. You're kidding me. We got it? You're kidding me. Gathering piece done? I've barely been here at all. I have 21 pities here, and these are really fast. I got 15 of these in my first 350 energy. We've barely been here. And we got the gathering piece. That was really, really fast. Honestly, like under 3 hours. Really crazy. That's insane. So we just need the Tashira piece for the mana potion. And then we still have to finish the Shuriken piece for the HP one, but then we're done. One piece for each potion left. That is so crazy. I made all these tanning knives so that I didn't have to keep running back and repairing. And I didn't get to use them at all. Good old +8 Logia. Let's do some more Shuriken and try and get this piece out of the way. I really don't like Shuriken as a spot, but I've really been enjoying Hashishin. Which is one of the benefits of randomizing the tag so often, is there's a lot of classes I haven't really played too much in depth with. So I really get to experience new classes and find things that I enjoy. There are some things, obviously, that I don't enjoy. Looking at you, Corsair. But we're going to ride this wave of enjoyment and try and push through Shuriken. Oh, pity piece, nice. Another pity piece, nice. It's actually going to turn to night before we finish our hour. I don't have a ton of energy, but I'll spend what energy I do have, and then if it's not enough to get us through the rest of the hour, then I'll probably just run over to Tashira since it's super close. And we need that piece as well. Another Spectre's energy, okay. Okay, I'm out of energy now, so we're gonna have to run over to Tashira. And just basically finish the rest of my tent buff over there. I think we'll have about 12 minutes here. So hopefully we get something. Haven't been here in quite a while. Okay, tent buff fell off. We didn't even get a single pity piece from Tashira, which is interesting, but it was definitely worth not just wasting the time. We did get 2 Shuriken pities though, which is really nice. We did a few of the mobs at nighttime and really didn't get anything from them. About 500 trash was all. But I didn't use Agris because my horse already had some trash loot on it. so I wasn't going to be able to stack it anywhere. We'll probably take a detour, hand in my Layla's Petals for fairies, and then see how close we are on these sweet honey wines. You need 400 of them to rank up a tier 3 fairy to a tier 4 fairy, which is part of the plan that I have toward getting Miraculous Tier 5. Basically, the plan is to rank up this fairy to tier 4, and then I have about 12 Theo Orbs I can use to just re-roll the first skill it gets over and over again, hoping to get Miraculous Tier 5. So we'll go turn on those fairies and see how close we are to that. Turning in pretty much every petal I had. We do actually have the 400 honey wines that we need. We have a couple more than the 400 actually, so we have 6 extra basically, and my fairy needs to be level 30 in order to make that happen, in order to grow this fairy, so we'll need a little bit more. I'm not sure if I want to just throw these 6 in here or save those for reaching level 10 on the other end. I guess we can see what they do. Virtually nothing. We'll just save those, and then when I get enough stuff to feed into the fairy to get level 30, then I can grow the fairy to tier 4 and then carry on with the plan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.